All right, everybody, we want to tell you about a fantastic event that will happen very, very soon, right after New Year's, in fact, the Guam Birth Boot Camp. It's happening. We have all the information you need to know. Erica and Cassandra are with me in studio. Ladies, Happy New Year and Happy to you both.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. So it's actually not a birth boot camp. That is my business. I teach childbirth education and I am a birth doula, and so I attend births. And I've partnered with Cassandra here, and we're doing what's called a Boots and Bows maternity celebration.
Aha!
And Cassandra is
Now
a childbirth photographer.
That is a fantastic job. And tell me all about, Cassandra, what you do in capturing the moment and like how. I'm sure it's never the same thing twice.
It is not. It's a very live event, so there's never any posing going on. I photograph the labor and delivery, and then the moment of birth, and then the hours afterward of the parents meeting the baby and those babies' first breath and first crying and all of that. And I document those moments for the parents so that they can cherish those special times forever. And
are you a professionally trained photographer, and how did you come into this line of work?
Passion. I love photography and I love people. I have studied photography in school. I actually trained on a film camera, which is really exciting and fun because you don't get to look at the back of the camera and you got to nail it and get it right the moment you take it. And I trained in school in actually developing my own film in the darkroom, which is really fun.
Old school.
Yes.
There you go.
So I really enjoyed that. Since that class, I actually started just studying everything I can get my hands on my own. Every bit of photography is really fun for me. Capturing people and documenting their lives.
And I was going to say, you know, by nature of what you do, and we'll get to you, Erica, in just a sec. Cassandra, it's obviously you've got one shot, as you said, to get the shot.
Yes.
And like you kind of said, because, you know, there's several people here that, you know, we've been wedding photographers and everything like that. So it's not just about the moment the ring goes on the hand and both parties say, like, I do. It's more about getting ready in the morning, preparing, the emotion about that. And correct me if I'm wrong, that's the same thing that you do. You're chronicling the entire process.
That's correct.
The experience.
I am. I'm documenting the whole experience of having a baby. The only difference is I'm on call from 38 weeks on, so I could go at the middle of the night, on a holiday, on a weekend, where a wedding photographer has a very specific day and time, and the lighting with a birth is much different. Because you have all sorts of variants with the lighting situation. Where a wedding, you have the full lit room and auditorium and everything for the wedding. So it's a little bit more challenging to be a birth photographer just because there's so many variables. But the life event is just as momentous with the baby being born and parents becoming parents for the first time.
And I can only presume you never get tired of your work, as you said.
I never do. I never do. Seeing that baby enter the world and go from womb side to earth side is nothing like it. And seeing those parents' faces just light up knowing that they've become parents for the first time is very exciting.
That is incredible. Erica, how did you start this business and what brought you into this line of work?
So I've always been passionate about natural birth and breastfeeding, and then I had my own children. And I decided that this is what I really wanted to do. I wanted to help women have amazing births. And so first I became a doula, and so I attend births to support mom and dad on an emotional side because the nurses are usually in and out of the room doing medical things. I don't do anything medical. And so then as I was a doula, I was seeing the intense need for education. And so I decided to go back and certify to be a childbirth educator. And now that is something I'm really passionate about. I offer all kinds of classes to suit pretty much anything that they are looking for in their birth.
Now, forgive my ignorance. I'm a single guy. I don't have any children of myself, unfortunately. But what is the differentiation between a doula and like traditional like midwife?
So as a doula, I don't do anything medicalized. I don't do the cervical checks. I'm there specifically to support the birthing woman. As a dad, they're not usually familiar with the birth world, and birth is my world. And so I go into their birth having that support and that education to give them that dad might not be able to give like that. And so I'm there. I always tell my students that when I'm done with your birth, I want dad to look at me and tell me you're my hero, and mom to look at dad and tell him, I couldn't have done this without you.
There you go. And being a mother yourself, does that help to create a sense of empathy between you and the mother?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Okay, so tell me all about this event and who should attend. Can dads attend this as well?
So Cassandra brought this event up to me, and I absolutely loved the idea. We wanted to partner and create a community for our military moms. We're both military spouses, and being pregnant in the military can sometimes be lonely and scary and overwhelming because we're all far from family. And I know I've definitely experienced being overseas. Your friends become your family. And so we want to give these moms an opportunity to meet people that are in the same
Walk of life.
Yeah, they're in the same part of their life, and they're all, going through this journey very soon. And we want them to be able to make friends and have this community that's,
Again, speaking to empathy, it's like, maybe some of the confusion and the doubt and the fear that you're feeling and everything like that. Everybody goes through that, and it will get better.
Yes.
And this maternity celebration will give them a baby shower, so to speak, away from home. We have chosen to not specifically have dads come, although certainly dads are always welcome, but we would love to have this be a ladies' event within the military community, anyone that has base access to come together, and we're going to spoil them a bit, giving them some snacks and games and prizes and things like that. And couple gifts available for the ladies.
Let's find out about registration. If people certainly watching this right now online or watching us on broadcast or certainly want to avail of the service, how can they get in touch with you? And is there a registration fee, and what do they need to do to sign up?
So I have a Facebook page that is Guam Birth Boot Camp, and I have created an event through Facebook. And so we're just asking for moms to RSVP to the event and click going. Of course, we're going to prepare for more. We're doing it at the USO on January 6th from 2 to 4.
On Anderson Air Force Base.
On Anderson Air Force Base, yes.
So anyone with base access is welcome to go. And like she said, just click going. But even if you don't, that's okay. And we do ask that people bring a $20 white elephant gift, because we're going to do a baby shower white elephant gift exchange. However, if the gift is not brought, still come anyway.
Yes.
Because we'll have a couple extras available. We don't want anyone to be hindered by any circumstances.
Absolutely.
So come regardless of click going, come regardless of a gift being brought, just come and enjoy the outing.
Okay, now certainly many hands make light work, and there may be maybe one or two, maybe even a handful of people that share your passion or have done this kind of work before and everything like that. If they would like to maybe offer and say like, hey, I'm all about this, may I contribute as well? Can they get in touch with you and maybe say, like, I'd like to help out?
We would love that. Probably the best way to contact us would be our phone numbers, and we could leave that on the website perhaps with this.
Or they can go to your Facebook page
or
and
the
you can get that
Facebook
directly.
page,
Okay.
or message us through Facebook. That'd be
And
great.
my website's guambirth.com. It's really easy to remember.
And my website is cherishedbirthphotography.com. So also easy to remember. As far as fee, there is no fee to attend the event. We want it to just be a welcoming baby shower for all the expectant ladies.
Well, ladies, you are not only bringing in the new year, you're bringing in wonderful lives to the world. So we thank you for everything that you're doing.
Thank you much.
You.
All right. Please stay tuned, everybody. We will be right back right after these messages.